Welcome to Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Hoosiers. We expect Memorial Stadium to be rocking because these fans have been getting ready since early this morning. Today's matchup, an in-state battle for bragging rights in the Hoosier State. As we'll see, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Indiana's offense takes the field. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Finding an escape route. Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Hoosiers have their offense in high gear. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run play action. Gets it out fast. Nice move there. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds. The Hoosiers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Throwing right. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. No good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. The Irish offense comes out. First chance we've had to see them today. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide.
He's loose on the right. The 20. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Great job by the back on the option.
That's why I love this offense running this option play, because if this running back gets the ball on the perimeter in space, he is so deadly and he's lethal. And he showed you right there. This guy's got a lot of tools.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Dropping back, it's Nicholson. Quarterback just flat, missed him, incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And the Hoosiers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Offense in a bunch formation. Hand off from the shotgun. There he goes. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. This will make Irish eyes smile because they're shaking down thunder from the sky with this running game.
Just pound, pound, pound. What are you going to do? Are you going to meet the physical challenge of the Irish because they're ready to run?
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
It's really easy to be a quarterback in an offense that runs the football and then runs play action. It makes it simple. It makes the reads easy. It sucks the linebackers and safeties up where I can just make plays right behind it.
Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. So now it's second and long. Looking to throw, it's awesome. He's got it on the move. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in week 5? And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
21, Indiana, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking downfield, it's Nicholson. Hauls it in. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. Turning it on. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's first and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. The play action fake. Quick strike complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The deep thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
He tries to take the top off. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense and defense with pass interference coming.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got his man to the left. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. They pick up a 5. The Hoosiers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give out of the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking for a man. It's Nicholson. Pocket breaking down. And the rush will get to him at the 25. And the Hoosiers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Gets it past the marker. Racing down the left side. At the 20. Touchdown, Irish! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And what execution by the offense. The quarterback making the right decision on the defender quickly. Get it to your running back. And how about the wide receivers and everybody else blocking in space, create an alley so the running back can do the rest and make the huge play for the touchdown.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here's the handoff. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Hoosiers decide to punt it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. Wide open, and it's a brace. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Here come the Irish back on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Quick release by the QB. Breaks into the open. And they're able to make the tackle.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in his slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Scanning the field, it's awesome. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page. And having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
Hands it off. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets
the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And the Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got the first down and more. It's a seam wide open. The 10. Touchdown, Notre Dame. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stuff.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Snags it quickly on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They've got a chance to get out from their own end. 2nd and 6 from the 18. To the air, it's Nicholson. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Flips it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Hoosiers will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make... catch just outside the 40. Here come the Irish, back on offense. And that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the grab on the left. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And the punt hits ground in the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, pinning them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. The give to the back. He's in open space downfield.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Slides away. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the tight end. Quarterback on the keeper. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. Dropping back, it's Nicholson. He's got him. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And here comes the punt team.
Number 15, on to kick it away.
He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. This drive will open from the 15. Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's quick. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. To the air on first down. Here's a heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. The sure hands, it's Avery. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Make sure he doesn't get backed up any further, signals for and makes the fair catch at the 10. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, don't tell me it's a basketball town when we've had a first half like that there in Bloomington. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Hoosiers will boot it away to start the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Made a defender miss. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be. And that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Got the quick pass. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Runs through a tackle. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
Let's go!
Pulls it and fires to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Here comes the offense on second down. Trying play action. Got him downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! Lining up to add another.
I love it.
They fake it. Pitch it to the tight end. And he's out of bounds short of the goal line. He almost found a way to convert that fake. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Hold and finds his man on the left. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. And the Hoosiers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
A nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching him off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
They'll give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. It's Flowers. Got a man. It's Clark. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. The Hoosiers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Pressure's there and he lets it go. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. They bring the punter onto the field now.
Number 15, on to punt it away.
He makes the fair catch at his own 8-yard. That might have kept them from being backed up even further. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
The quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on 3rd down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They're setting up the screen. He's out past the 35. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Red pass, it's complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And the Hoosiers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to pass, it's Flowers. Oh, they're after him. Got a man in the middle. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Hoosiers are flying down the field. Wants to throw again. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Gives it on the option. Oh, what a move. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. And the Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Defense. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Flowers. He hurls one deep down the left side. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll leave it with him. Slithers into space. Going the other way, and he's got room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man in the middle.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
They'll give it to the back. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They're going to go right back to him on first down. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to go up top. Got his man out of the backfield. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this third period. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So we open the final period with a third down play. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Finds his tight end. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Motion from the wideout. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the Hoosiers will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They'll try the run. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And this offense, man, they just can't get out of their own way. Like, they've got a 0 on the scoreboard already. Now turning the football over late in the game when you're down, they've got to find a way to make something good happen on that side of the football.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. Okay, break. On the run, it's Tuggle. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. Offense lining up quickly. And on 4th down, they'll come up and take a knee.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter, so you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, you look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. The Hoosiers will punt this one away.
Number 15 on to punt it away.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Coverage team down there to down the punt, and they'll spot it just inside the 45. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do it.
There he goes. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
By the tight end.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Got enough for the 1st. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. Off the RPO, complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw. It's Flowers. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI.
Pass interference.
A penalty on the play, and it looks like offensive pass interference. Line getting set on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Hoosiers line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Here come the Irish back on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they tried to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub.
Oh, a lot of space. He's at the 10. He goes out of bounds, and he is really close to the goal line there, knocking on the door.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has, run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on a hat, creating the explosive run.
Notre Dame lines up quickly. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now 3rd and goal. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. And on 4th down, they'll come up and take the knee.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in.
Oh, that's going to be a safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Hoosiers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to throw. It's Flowers. It's caught. There he goes to the right. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He'll try to tack on one more. Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a 1st down. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Leaves it with the running back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quick toss. Turning it on. Just steamrolling the defense. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. The Irish, after ripping off a huge chunk on the ground, will try to keep Big Mo rolling. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll try the left side. Powers through the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to the big tight end. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Back to throw, it's Flowers. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. And man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely